Hey there, this is Sanders. Just a quick response to that Christian sect accusing us of stealing $500,000. What's next? We're gonna be accused of having subliminal messages, intentionally, having things in the background that kind of have evil horns going on. It's just a joke.
I did everything that is required within the law to adhere to the guidelines of the internet, to adhere to the guidelines of what is called the system. I broke no laws and continued on my ministry. However, I can't say the same for those who want to mock Christianity and dare call themselves decent, good people. Here's an example. This heavy metal group called Konkhra went behind my back, went behind your back. They are from Denmark, and they decided to find a way to steal from this channel. They claimed that the little ditty in the beginning of the video and the end, which is nothing but 8 seconds and doesn't even comprehend their song, was their score, as they claim. Even though that same score is found in a whole lot of other songs, but yet they get to claim it. They get to do this without any conversation with me, or any conversation with who I was dealing with the ad company that I got, which barely gives me anything for my videos because someone wants to manipulate the views on my videos, which is a whole other issue. Either way, I barely make enough to survive. I barely make enough to survive. Just to let you know. Aliens Come From Hell was supposed to be the bread and butter of the channel. Its earnings was supposed to help this ministry to grow, to be promoted, and to help those out there who would need certain kinds of help from me. But I can't do that. You know why? Because a heavy metal group named Konkhra used an illegal maneuver to contact YouTube and not only claim a copyright for their little 8-second song that they can't even legally confirm is theirs, but they claimed 100% possession earnings of Aliens Come From Hell. This is what they did. They stole the money from this ministry. They knew people in YouTube who allowed them to do it. YouTube is owned by Google. Google has not specified to me how they even allowed that to happen. How they even allow persons to go behind the back of another person and take money off their work, off their blood, off their sweat, off their time. So let me tell you what they did. Aliens Come From Hell is 1 hour and 40 minutes over. All that work was not done by Konkhra. All the research was not done by Konkhra. All the footage was not brought together by Konkhra. The narrative was not done by Konkhra. The message is a Christian message. Konkhra is a satanic heavy metal band. But yet, they are allowed by Google to take the earnings of Aliens Come From Hell at 100%. So you know how much they stole from us? These people took $500,000 from Shield of the Sun. And you know what they did with that $500,000? They bought sound speakers and studio time to record satanic music, where they call Christianity a whore, God's ministers a whore, and everything else under the sun that they want to call us. They promote devil worship in Denmark based on the money that they stole from Shield of the Sun. That's what they did. So what I would like for you guys is to bring awareness to this heavy metal band called Konkhra. Konkhra is spelled Konkhra. It's spelled in a Danish language way. The members are Andreas Ludemark, Martin Christensen, and Johnny Nielsen. I could be saying their last names wrong because I'm not Danish. And they are a heavy metal band who is supported by a record company called Progress Records, and their distribution company is called Target Distribution. Target Distribution and Progress Records owns Konkhra, and they were involved in going to YouTube to pick on a poor Christian minister in a video that he made, which nearly costed him his life to make it. So, since this is what they are, just to let you know that Konkhra, these members, I'll spell their names. Their lead band member's name is spelled Anders, last name Lundemark. Martin Christensen, spelled Kristensen. Johnny, his last name spelled Nielsen. They all have Facebook pages, so if you got a Facebook, please express to them the kind of thefts that they did to a Christian. If you live in Denmark and are a Christian, please express to them that they stole from a Christian. They stole from God's church and created their album, which sucked, based on the money they stole from Shield of the Sun. You can also find them on YouTube, Konkhra, and whatever it is that you can do to perhaps maybe send letters to Google, send letters to YouTube, send letters to Progress Records and Target Distribution about the crime that they committed, about the evil that they progressed themselves in, to take what didn't belong to them. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this, because I'm going to be pretty much, for the next 2 months, having to deal with legal problems that they caused and I have to fix. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get back the $500,000. I'm pretty sure it's well spent on whores, on drugs, on speakers, and studio time, and bullcrap, and more bullcrap. When we are trying to end this crap, others are just so hell-bent that they'll even steal from God's ministers to have a party and think they're going to become heavy metal famous. It's sad. You know there's a lot of rock groups out there that don't resort to those means to become what they are. Some of them actually do it on talent, which, Konkhra, you don't have. You see, you bleed off of other people's talent. You take from other people's art. But this talent and this art that you stole from, it wasn't created by man. It was birthed by the Holy Spirit. You stole from God. And like Ananias and Sapphira, who had to learn a very hard lesson about lying and stealing from the Holy Spirit, that may be a lesson you're all going to have to learn. Because sooner or later, God calls it into account. And as for Konkhra, I just want you to know, as a Christian, I forgive you. You take this opportunity now to return what you stole. Otherwise, be cursed. This has been our Shield of the Sun video. If you'd like to send a donation to Shield of the Sun, please send it to the name Miguel Jimenez, spelled Miguel-Jimenez, at P.O. Box 39204, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28278. You can also purchase the books written by me, Michael Hur, at lulu.com called Shadows of the Music Industry. Interesting enough. Hollywood Perdition, Wrestling in the New World Order, The First Kingdom Volume 1, Volume 2, and Ancient of Days. You can also send something through PayPal. Address is shieldofthesun@gmail.com. God bless all of you. Please pray for me. Please pray for this ministry. Please pray that this doesn't happen again. Good night.